Wait. I have something to say. Now, you may think this is none of my business, but someone has to speak up, and I've decided that someone is me. So, here it is. I'll just say it.
Okay.
I'm making a mistake by pursuing a relationship.
Excuse me?
You heard me. I know how Jadzia felt about war, but that was her life, not yours. You're Esri Dax. You need to give yourself a chance to explore other relationships. You're young, and beautiful, and full of life. Why go after a man who's only a memory to you? I've had my problems with war, I'll admit that, but this is not about me or my feelings. This is about you. War has done nothing, and I mean nothing, to deserve you. Shouldn't you try to find someone who's willing to win your heart, not just inherit it? You deserve better. There, I've said my piece.
Can I say something now? I'm not interested in having another relationship with Worf. I care about him, and I probably always will, but he's moved on with his life, and so have I.
Oh, good.
And I'd also like to say that what you just did was one of the kindest, dearest, and for you, one of the most embarrassing things that I have ever heard. You're a real sweetheart. Can I order now? A Moscow Mule.
Come right up. Did you hear that? She called me sweetheart.
Yeah, so?
She loves me.
What?
Sweetheart.
You're certifiable, you do realize that.
She loves me.
What's wrong with the Ming Cow? I know Captain Lurkon is young, but he must realize the importance of keeping formation. I've been thinking about our next objective. Perhaps we should go after a bigger target, something more threatening to our forces. Now, what about the base on Caleb 4? If you'll excuse me, I have duties to attend. Your duties are right here. Someone was just telling me about the defenses on Caleb 4. Who was that?
I believe it was our third officer, General.
That's right. Third officer. Tell us about Caleb 4. Is it manned by Jem'Hadar or Cardassian troops?
I thought it was a Federation outpost.
How can that be? The Federation is our ally. Surely Kor is aware of that.
Perhaps he's confused.
Confused? The Dahar Master? Surely not. We must be the ones who are confused. Enlighten us. Who mans the base on Caleb 4? Dominion or Federation?
I think he's forgotten. I think he's asleep.
Stop it! Both of you. Don't you have any respect for one of the greatest heroes of the Empire? He's thinking it over. Give him time. The last son of the House of Kor should not be rushed.
How long should we wait? Perhaps we should ask Kang.
Say something, old man. Or have you lost your tongue as well as your mind? Savor the fruit of life, my young friends. It has a sweet taste when it's fresh from the vine. But don't live too long. The taste turns bitter after a time.
personnel roster.
You've removed Core from active duty.
I saw no other choice.
Still, you're his friend. It must have been difficult for you.
A friend would not have put him in that position in the first place.
I've hated his name for almost 30 years. I've dreamt of the moment when I would finally see him stripped of his rank and title, when he would suddenly find himself without a friend in the world, without the power of his birthright. And I've had that moment now. And I took no joy from it. Have you thought about what will become of him when we return to Deep Space Nine?
I plan to speak with Chancellor Gowron to try and find Core some assignment on the home world.
I'll have a word with Gowron as well.
Bridge to General Martok.
Yes.
Pardon the interruption, sir. Our sensors have detected a large body of enemy ships.
On my way. Where are they?
Their warp signatures are bearing directly astern. They're Jem'Hadar fighters. They appear to be pursuing us.
How could that be?
The lead ship is using some sort of long-range tactile scanner to penetrate our cloaks.
Does the Dominion possess such a device?
They do now.
How many ships?
I've identified 10 vessels so far. They're gaining on us.
How long before we are within their weapons range?
2 hours, 12 minutes.
No. We located the Defiant.
Yes, sir. They're waiting for us in the Calandra sector with 7 Federation starships. It will take us 3 hours, 45 minutes to reach them.
If the Jem'Hadar could be forced to drop out of warp for only 10 minutes, they would not have time to catch up with us before we rendezvous with the Defiant.
Fine theory. But how do we execute it?
We could disrupt their warp fields with an inverse graviton burst. It would force them to drop their impulse until the gravitons dissipated.
We would need to generate a massive burst to disrupt the warp field of a fleet that size.
A single bird of prey could do it by diverting warp power to the main deflector.
How long would that delay them?
They could reinitialize their warp cores in less than 2 minutes.
If I could engage them in battle when they're still in impulse, it would delay them even longer. I know I can do it.
You mean you could do it?
The Orville's captain and first officer are dead, and the Stevens deflector is damaged and cannot generate a graviton burst. The Ninghouse captain is too young and inexperienced. I am the logical choice.
But Worf isn't even sacrificing the entire crew of the Living Town.
I have not done that. We could beam most of the crew over before I take command. I would only need 6 volunteers.
Signal Living Town. Someone prepare for a change in command.
Yes. I'm not hungry.
The food is for me. I haven't eaten in hours. Men of our generation never stood on ceremony, huh? We ate when we were hungry. We fought when we were angered. Oh, I miss the simplicity of those days.
And I miss a great deal of those days.
The warriors on this ship, they don't know what they missed. But such is the way with children. They often let the promise of the future obscure the glories of the past.